White flag raised. That off in the Bet Victor Boyne hurdle. It's a grade 2, 9 runners over 2 miles, 5 furlongs and 11 flights, and it's Grand Roi showing the way in these early stages from Ashdale Bob. They're closely followed by Longhouse Poet, Commander of Fleet, and tracking the runners on the inside is The Real Deal, and then the Devil's Coachman, Ronald Pump. Early doors on the outside of Titan Jack. All safely over the first of 11 flights. And Ashdale Bob moves up on the inside to head off Grand Roi. The two racing wide apart. Then Longhouse Poet and Commander of Fleet, The Real Deal, and the Devil's Coachman. Reaching the second flight at the end of the back straight. And it's Ashdale Bob and Robbie Parr. On the outside of the course is Grand Roi and Dennis O'Regan. Dennis, a late change of rider. 5 lengths to Longhouse Poet and Dara O'Keefe in third. Then Commander of Fleet and Jack Kennedy. Next on the inside, The Real Deal and Paul Townend. The Devil's Coachman, Mark Walsh, followed by Ronald Pump and Sam Ewing. With the final couple, early doors, J.J. Slevin and Titan Jack, Alan King. Titan Jack, the outsider, at a colossal price. They swing into the straight, 2 miles to go from here. Facing the first of the 3 in the straight, Ashdale Bob, followed by Grand Roi, who's out in the periphery, and then Longhouse Poet, the red cap in between horses. Over this first flight in the straight, Ashdale Bob, the leader, from Grand Roi way to the left, and then Longhouse Poet. After Longhouse Poet, Commander of Fleet, and then the Devil's Coachman, the white cap. Ronald Pump next with The Real Deal and early doors, and already struggling is Titan Jack. They're getting spaced out, heading towards the 5th flight, and the final flight next time in the Bet Victor Boyne hurdle. It's Ashdale Bob in the lead from Grand Roi. Much closer in third is Longhouse Poet, a smart winner of the Thyestes just last month, and then Commander of Fleet. On the rail in the blue is The Real Deal, and then the Devil's Coachman, Ronald Pump, early doors. Disregard Titan Jack. Heading out with 1 circuit to go and 6 flights left to jump, soon at halfway. Little changes up ahead. It's Ashdale Bob leading Grand Roi and Longhouse Poet, Commander of Fleet and the Devil's Coachman, The Real Deal, Ronald Pump, and early doors as they go to the flight just outside the point at which they started. Ashdale Bob from Grand Roi, Longhouse Poet. Next on the inside, The Real Deal with Commander of Fleet and the Devil's Coachman. Back jumping hurdles after a couple of spins over fences as they return to their point of departure. Down the far side they go. Just over 9 furlongs to travel and 5 flights to jump. Ashdale Bob by 2. Grand Roi second, and another 2 lengths to in third, Longhouse Poet, and then Commander of Fleet, The Real Deal, the Devil's Coachman, Ronald Pump, and early doors. They've just passed their point of departure, heading towards the final mile with 5 flights to jump, and Ashdale Bob has increased his advantage over Grand Roi, Longhouse Poet in third, then Commander of Fleet, The Real Deal, Ronald Pump, the Devil's Coachman, early doors. 5 to jump, approaching the first of the 2 down the back. It's Ashdale Bob up and over from Grand Roi, Longhouse Poet, The Real Deal on the inside. Ronald Pump is edging that little bit closer, heading towards the last down the back. 4 flights left to jump. Ashdale Bob and Grand Roi still 1 and 2, followed by Longhouse Poet. The Real Deal next with Ronald Pump improving. The Devil's Coachman on the outside of a nudged along Commander of Fleet, and then early doors as they depart the back straight, and Grand Roi is back in the lead from Ashdale Bob. 2.5 lengths to Longhouse Poet, and then The Real Deal. Ronald Pump, Commander of Fleet, the Devil's Coachman, and early doors. 5 furlongs out, heading for the home bend with 3 flights to jump and the grade 2 Bet Victor Boyne hurdle. They've tightened up. Granwa by a length and a half to Ashdale Bob. Longhouse Poet poised in third. Then Ronald Pump, the real deal, appears to be travelling kindly on the inside of Commander of Fleet and the Devil's Coachman in early doors. Then they come to the final three, and swinging wide as Granwa. On the rail as Ashdale Bob. Then Longhouse Poet, followed by Ronald Pump, the real deal, the Devil's Coachman, Commander of Fleet, early doors over 3 out. And it's Granwa from Ashdale Bob. Pushed up in between them as Longhouse Poet and Ronald Pump, Commander of Fleet. Not out of it is the Devil's Coachman, the real deal next, and then early doors to the jump. Ashdale Bob is back in the lead from Ronald Pump. The Devil's Coachman's coming there on the outside of Granwa, then Commander of Fleet as they head for the final flight. In the Bet Victor Boyne hurdle, Ashdale Bob from on the outside, the Devil's Coachman, who's a few lengths to bridge up the hill. It's Ashdale Bob coming as the Devil's Coachman on the outside. Ashdale Bob from the Devil's Coachman closing with every single stride. The Devil's Coachman on the near side. What a well-timed run. The Devil's Coachman, Ashdale Bob, well clear of Commander of Fleet, Granwa, Ronald Pump, early doors.